Well, Steve, in pre-match, you said that you had to be perfect to get something here. Unfortunately, you weren't on the day.
No, that's certainly not around the goals for obvious reasons. I mean, slightly forced into formations and tactics and players, out of position at the top end of the pitch with Anthony and Nicholas in particular. So, that was, we had a plan, and then Chris gets injured, so we have to change it. But there's no excuses with that. We went with the plan that we thought was the right one. But whatever team we'd put out, whatever formation we were going to be today, one thing was for sure is that we needed to play on a small pitch against Liverpool, because the moment you open up the pitch against them, one of the best teams in the world, was some of the best players in the world. So, like I said, regardless of the plan, that was always going to be the case, is to keep on a small pitch. But that was forced even more so with what we had to go with today. But if you look at the goals, we turned it over in the middle of the pitch when we should be playing. We didn't get up the pitch loads in the first half, of course, but when we did, we don't pick up the second, or the ball that comes out, and we're 2-0 down half time when we've opened up the pitch. So that's frustrating. That, of course, Liverpool had all the ball. Of course, they had the set piece. They had lots of set pieces. And dangerous moments, but I didn't feel like we were really getting carved open. I felt like we were quite...
First half hour.
Yeah, definitely. We were compact and we were together, and the plan, the lads were committing to the plan. Yes, we could have done a bit better on our turnovers when we won the ball. Could have played with a bit more courage, of course. But I never felt like there were loads of chances coming. But we turned the ball over, we opened up the pitch, and they did what we planned for them not to do, and that's to really sort of hurt you on them big moments. And then, obviously, the third goal will speak for itself. Again, it's an open pitch, and they cause poor decision making. So the 3 goals are from lack of concentration, and Liverpool have exploited situations where, as I said, they're brilliant at.
And the third one comes at a time when, I don't know, maybe it's too much to say you were really threatening to get a goal, but you had a foothold in the game.
Definitely, and I think with the changes of Taiwo and coming on, and okay, he was only supposed to give us so many minutes today, and we give him a bit more, but just having a number 9 on the pitch just looked a bit more normal, looked a bit more natural. And even if Woody had played today, or Divock or T would have been starting, that they just know the role. And then Anthony goes into a more normal position, and then Morgan can connect, and then all of a sudden, like you said, you're right, it didn't look like there was a goal definitely coming, but we definitely got a bit more impetus in the game. And
well, Nicholas had that chance, didn't he? That Morgan's created.
His feet out. Yeah, couldn't quite get his feet right, and like I said, I felt like we were getting in some position. We think, right, come on, then, lads, just, bit of momentum, and that third goal, and it's a poor goal, we know that, has just come at the worst time, So what I would say is, I've been myself and watched loads and loads of games here. I've seen teams be 2-0 down at half-time, 1-0 down, and completely crumble and give up and give in. And I didn't think we did that today. I thought that even after players who felt like they might have made mistakes for goals, I didn't see them hide. I didn't see them, get too despondent. I seen them really stick to being as good as they can be in the game. So for sure, there's no problems with the attitude of the players and the commitment. Just a little bit on the decision making in the defining moments, and that's cost us.
Tell us about Chris then, a hamstring injury, I understand.
Yeah, hamstring injury, 4 weeks minimum, I think. So couldn't come at the worst time for us, for him, and just added to our woes in terms of number 9 availability. So, but we tried to use it to galvanise the boys and say, like, we don't want to look for excuses. We don't want to be that team. Okay, the plan changed, and sort of the intention was to go with a back 4, a little bit more efficient than last few games, but was to be a back 4. Then we had to change it to a back 5. But I said to the players, no excuse. We've played both systems, or a back 3 and a back 4, enough times to say that it's not, it shouldn't derail us too much in terms of a plan. Just didn't want to have any excuses, and the players were fine, and but we were forced into it really with Chris's injury, and that was that really. And even Anthony, to be fair, 2 days ago I didn't think he'd be available, and he managed to recover from an illness. He's done really well to get through the game, actually, and that's credit to his fitness levels. So yeah, there's issues with player availability at the top end of the pitch, and we have to deal with that. But I'm not going to moan about it. I'm not going to cry about it. We just have to accept it and, use it from game to game to, try and get a plan, to be ready for the next game. And listen, we'll always talk about games in isolation and what went well and what went wrong. And there's things you can always talk about around a game, but running right beside that is our journey that we're trying to go on to become a sustainable team and club in this league. And I said before, the game in the press conference that this season is not going to be any easier than last, and what we've got to do is try and do the good things that we ended up doing last year while trying to add to it. But make no bones about it. You've seen over the last few games, this is going to be a really tough season. And I feel like the players are giving everything. They know the way we want to go about it. And, there's going to be ups and downs. So, as you can see, there's a lot of teams doing well now in the league that have been in it for a number of years. It's only our second year. So we'll live and learn as we're going on. And like I said, we'll reflect from this game, take out of it what was not quite right. But I'm also going to look at the things, I thought some players did play well in the game in the end, particularly defensively, and we'll be identifying that with the boys as well.